Well, as I return from holiday yet again, it's time to return to the channel with everybody's favourite and most controversial videos, the kit rating videos. And today we're going to go through all the away kits in the Scottish Premiership. Now, you'll notice my voice isn't quite the same. That's what 2 holidays does to you. So we're going to try and get through it as quickly as possible without damaging my vocal cords even more than they already have been. So, it is nearly the start of the season. We're 2 days away from the kick-off of the Scottish Premiership this season. Tomorrow, make sure to check into the channel, and I'll be doing my predictions for the start to the Premiership season. Another video which is highly lovable and controversial. We'll get that done tomorrow. But today, it's away kit rating time. We're going to go through 12 to 1 like we did with the home kits. If you haven't seen it, make sure to check it out. The comments section was beautiful. Let's hope for the same results here. And here we go. Starting at number 12, it is rating the Ladbrokes Premiership away kits for the 2019-20 season. At number 12, it is a very unimpressive effort from St Johnstone as their away kit rolls in. At least, you know what, this year, every away kit is different. We've not got any repeats from last season. Everybody has decided to splash the cash a wee bit and spend money on new away kits. St Johnstone's, though, not so much of a good effort. The yellow and the blue, it's once again, it's the same story as it was with the home kit for me. I'm not a fan of the kit makers. I believe it's Joma or something. I'm just not keen on it. I feel like their designs look a bit cheap and poor and horrible, and I don't like it. And the yellow and the blue is just, it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, there's a few yellow and blue kits around the league. This just doesn't go. I don't like it. It's number 12, sorry. I usually rate the Hibs kits quite highly in these videos, but this year in the away kit section, I cannot do that, sadly. It's quite a honker. It's quite horrible. Green and purple. It's, you know, the Joker makes it work. Nice, looks good on him, and this Hibs kit, it looks absolutely atrocious. It kind of reminds me of the Celtic kit from a few years back, the one that I rated like the worst ever, the yellow and black, with the weird stripes that got thick at one part and thin at the other. This time it's like that, but going up and down the way. Mad weird pinstripe. Horrible, absolutely horrible. Green and purple, shouldn't go together on a football kit. Looks, once again, very cheap, very bad. And I'm sorry, for once I'm going to have to rate you very, very lowly. You're in a horrid part of the list. At number 10, it took me quite a while to find, as it always does with Hamilton kits, as they are the most fucking irrelevant football team in the country. And that goes for all 4 leagues. I found their away kit finally, and it's, you know, it's just a kind of stale entry. It's not terrible. It's not good. It's meh. It's as the Simpsons would put it, meh. Yellow, again, I think that's a few years now they've had a yellow away kit. I'm not too sure. As I said, very irrelevant team. I don't mean to be offensive, but really, why are they in the Premiership? This is what these Hamilton sections don't stay kit reviews. They turn into Slaughter and Hamilton reviews. But I think that's very easy to do. But yes, I did this here with an entry for Hamilton, which you know, I'm surprised I did this. I need to stop slagging Hamilton. I can't go any further. Number 10 is Hamilton. Number 9 is KILMARNOck. I believe this is the first kit that we have where I'm actually getting out the bad section. I wouldn't say yet again though it's good. Very basic. We're back to yellow and blue. As I mentioned earlier, a couple of yellow and blue kits within the league. KILMARNOck's literally just a plain yellow t-shirt with the blue Nike sign. I think that is literally the simplest of away kits that we'll have on this list. You know what? It's decent. You know, sometimes simple, in my opinion. Retro looking kits are the best type of kits. Then it's simple. Sometimes though you could get kits that are just far too simple, and this is probably on the verge of that. You know, there could be something more, but do you know what? With the shorts and the socks and everything added in, it's a nice little arrangement. The colours go. I don't feel like the yellow and blue are too off. It looks better, a better match than what the St Johnstone one does. This one doesn't look as cheap. It actually looks like it has a bit of worth to it. So KILMARNOck, number 9. At number 8 is a kit that just confuses me, and is one I don't know if I want to put at number, you know, like 3 or the last. And it's why I've settled on 8 finally. I don't know it. Like, I look at it 1 minute, I'm like, do you know what? It's actually quite nice. And then I look at it next minute and go, it's one of the most horrible kits I've ever seen. I don't like gold football kits. But there's something about this that just makes me go, it's not that bad. But I've had to settle on 8. I'm more on the side of I hate it than I like it. So I believe 8 is fair enough on this list. But it's Aberdeen's away kit. They went gold this year. I don't know why they're throwing gold in the kit. They've not won a trophy since fucking World War I. But you know what? They've gone for something different. It's not the same as usual. I believe it was grey last year, their away kit. Something like that. So they've changed it up. They went down a different route, spicing it up a little bit. And I suppose I admire the imagination of it, but a gold football kit I'm not a fan of, and it's why I've had to place it so low. Aberdeen, hopefully they'll be hoping to pick up some gold this year. Unlike at the lucky number 7 spot, it's a team who I rated at the very bottom for the home kit section. It's Ross County coming in with their away kit. Do you know what? I actually don't mind it. I think this is a solid entry for a team whose home kit does resemble absolute shit. So you know what? Well done, you've improved. It's actually quite a nicely put together kit for one of those ones where the kit makers I'm not a fan of, and I believe everything they make it looks really cheap and horrible. But this has actually been put together quite nicely. There's not much else to say on it. It's pretty basic, but it's much better than the home kit. Well done, Ross County. Placing yourself. Here goes the comments section. I can't wait. Number 6, making it just into the top half. We have got the Rangers away kit for the 2019-20 season. I think it is. It's poor. It's poor. It's not. You know what the second best team in the country should have as an away kit. One of the top clubs in the whole Britain should have as an away kit. It's just, I'm not a fan of Hummel, and I believe compared to the home kit, it lacks. The home kit actually is quite decent. This is horrible. I don't like it. The black with the wee thin blue pinstripes. But do you know what? It's not a monstrosity. It's not, you know, down there with the Hibs and Johnson kit and that. It's still, I don't believe we've entered. I don't believe the away kits really does have a big section of good kits this year. I think it's very much all meh and bland. But Rangers kit, nah, not huge on it. I don't know what you think, Rangers fans, but fire away in the comments. At number 5, we have the St Mirren away kit. Number 5, definitely a position they won't be finishing close to in the Premiership this season. But their away kit deserves to be here, I think. And once again, compared to the home kit, it's blew the home kit out the water because I rated the home kit very lowly on the list. It was very low on the list. It was poor. This I'm actually quite a fan of. I think it's nice. The sponsor still kind of puts me off, and also the kit maker kind of puts me off. But once again, for having that bad a kit maker, they've actually produced something here that's is decent. And it's probably the first away kit in the kind of above meh section for me. I know that the sections haven't been great in this video, but I like it. The colouring is nice. I like the black fading into the pink and purple colour. It's nice. It's really nice. It's not really nice. That's me over exaggerating. Just number 5. I believe this is where we enter the section of good away kits. Finally make it there. It took our time, but we're there. The top 4 of the Scottish Premiership away kits. At number 4, we've got Gogsy, we've got Motherwell, and you know what? It's actually quite a nice kit. Sponsorless. Motherwell sponsorless of both kits this year, which I find weird. It's weird to see a kit with no sponsor, but fair play. Throwing it right back, I suppose. Although both kits do have that section there ready for a sponsor, which I find confusing. But this white away kit I like. The home kit, I wasn't massive on. It was good. It was okay. It was solid. But this away kit I think is actually really nice. I've kept it simple, but yet it looks like there has been a bit of creativity through it. There's sort of a splash of colour, the maroon and the yellow, whatever the fucking they call it, claret and amber. I don't know what they call it. Somebody pulled me up about it in the last video. I couldn't care. Number 4, do not accept it. Be happy. Whether it's claret and amber or yellow and red or whatever. At number 3, it's Livingston. Yes, a Livingston kit makes the top 3 and rating the away kits of the Scottish Premiership. Do you know what? It is actually really nice. It's simple, and it's one of those simple ones that I can really get behind. I don't know, I just like the wee trimming on the sleeve, the little stripe, keeping it very basic. The sponsor looks nice on the kit. There's nothing wrong with it. I can keep this one short and sweet. A white kit can always be the best kit if it's done right, and I think Livingston have done this right here. A nice kit, nothing wrong with it. And number 2 is Umbro's only entry in the Scottish Premiership, which makes me sad, but it's Hearts, and their kit comes at number 2 after rating their home kit the best in the league. Their away kit I'm rating the second best in the league. It's just the same as always. You know what, you're used to. It's like a broken record. Umbro kits have that retro feel about them. For me, retro feeling kits are the best kits. Have to put it high in the list. I actually do like it though in general. Another white entry. I like the kind of blue shattered diamond thing that's going on in the front. I just love these kits with a 90s feel to them. I don't know. I just wish every team... I wish there was a weekend. Like, they have it in basketball, they have different themed nights, and they wear different jerseys. I wish there was a weekend in the Scottish Premiership, or English football, whatever. It was a retro weekend. Everybody brought out or wore an old, retro-looking kit, and it would just be fantastic. Hearts could nail in their kits with these Umbro ones, and I hope to see Celtic sign with Umbro next year, although it won't happen, it'll be Adidas. But still, it's a nice kit. Umbro, well done. Another nice entry for Hearts, and their number. Which finally brings me to number 1. Cue the riot in the comments section. I am placing the Celtic away kit at number 1 because it is the nicest in the league. There is no question. It's beautiful. As a Celtic fan, yes, I'm biased, but I don't even believe it's a biased pick. It's just genuinely really nice. It's a lovely shade of yellow. The green tartan motherfucking shoulders is nice. I'm a big fan of it. I love it. It's one of my favourite Celtic away kits. I think New Balance have done a great job of Celtic away kits over the last 4 years. And this is yet another impressive entry to the away kits made by New Balance. This is perhaps my favourite. It just gives you a right good throwback to Henrik Larsson cutting about with that yellow kit on in 2003. Absolutely Beautiful, I had to buy it the date. So that does it then for rating my away kits in the Scottish Premiership. I know a lot of people won't agree with me, but do you know what? It's my list. So, sorry. I had to put it like that. If you have enjoyed, make sure that like and subscribe and let me know your opinions in the comments below. Let me know your list in the comments below, what you think the nicest top in the away section is for the Scottish Premiership this season. And I'll see you all next time.